How important is it that mass testing in primary schools gets up and running effectively just as soon as possible?
Well, mass testing, we support mass testing to identify positive cases, and lateral flow tests could help with that. The problem with them providing reassurance is that we think that's really very dangerous because lateral flow tests are likely to miss about 2/3 of asymptomatic cases and about 1/3 of cases where there is a very high viral load. So the problem is that what these tests could do is give a false negative. This could very easily happen. Allow staff and children who are infected with the virus to stay in school and to raise viral levels in school. In fact, to make COVID worse in school. So absolutely, lateral flow tests are important to identify the positive cases that they do and keep those staff and children out of school, but they shouldn't be used as a false reassurance that you haven't got COVID just because they've come back with a negative, because they could well have missed positive cases, particularly cases of people who aren't showing any symptoms. So that's a problem.
I noticed Chris nodding his head along there at points in your answer. Just, Chris, explain exactly how the testing system will be administered in the school.
Within the primary schools, the teachers are going to be expected to do home tests. So that's quite different from the secondaries. My secondary at the moment, we've gone through 2 rounds with our staff, but we actually do it in school. So there is a slight difference, which is quite confusing in a way, because obviously there's 2 different approaches, and we're not really sure why in primaries they've decided that they can do them at home.
Well, I wonder if, Mary, has anyone explained why there is the difference between the 2 systems?
No, we keep trying to get answers from the government, and they keep changing their story. I mean, there is an issue about who does the tests, because if they're not done by medically trained personnel, then they are likely to be more inaccurate, because the tests aren't absolutely simple to read. You have to read a blue line across the swab, and you have to work out whether that's negative or positive. And you know, it's not absolutely simple. In fact, it's not simple to read those tests. So we don't know why there has been a different approach in primaries to secondary, and we want answers from the government about why they are saying that these tests should reassure people that they don't have COVID when they very well could. If they're to be used as another way of identifying positive cases, that's great, but that is not what the government is saying they're going to be used for, and we have real worries about that.